What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Oh, so, man, I thought about doing this video last week, but I hesitated because I thought, well, maybe I'm hypersensitive to this. Maybe I'm seeing this, but other people aren't seeing this. But then I saw other people were seeing this. So I said, okay, well, maybe my mind isn't playing tricks on me, because I don't understand why Jayson Tatum gets so many passes. He gets a lot of passes for coming up short. And it's not just him. Oh, believe you me, Jaylen Brown has been choking a lot lately too. But Jayson Tatum has been doing it a lot more and has been escaping criticism. But I'm here to tell you that Tatum is I'm telling you, man, I'm losing favor with this guy a lot, man, when it comes to his history of choking. And it's more extensive than a lot of people want to admit. Now, people keep talking about this ankle. He sprained his ankle, and that's the excuse for his poor play in Game 7. But if you look at Jayson Tatum's career, he actually has a pretty extensive history of choking in games that matter or in series that are pressurized. He's been doing this for a while. Now, before I get into that, look, Jimmy Butler, there's obviously something wrong with his ankle, but he hasn't been complaining about it. He's playing through it. And of course, if these rumors are true, he might be having some personal things going on with his family, particularly his father. But that still hasn't stopped Miami from doing what they got to do, and for Jimmy Butler to do what he got to do, right? But Tatum gets all these fucking passes. Oh, he had a sprained ankle. Man, I watched Patrick Ewing play pretty much his entire career with bad knees that progressively got worse and worse and worse. By the time Pat Ewing had a good team around him, he was already damn near 30 years old. By the time he had a good team around him in 91, 92, he was already 29 going on 30. He turned 30 that March. So all those years, from 85 to 91, he either had a bad or mediocre team around him, but by the time they put a good team around him, he was already down. He was already on the downside of his career because of his knees. And you knew that his prime was going to be short. Well, what was left of his prime was going to be short. But yeah, I watched this guy play through pain year in and year out. Remember in 95 when his whole goddamn legs were wrapped up? And the reason why he missed that layup partially was because he had no lift. If that had been Pat from 2-3 years earlier, he'd have dunked that motherfucker. But he had no lift. But I don't remember Ewing fans using the knees as extensively as an excuse as these guys today with these players. Tatum, oh, it's his ankle. Man, get out of here, man. Last year at Boston, in the finals, he played like shit. Why? Because Andrew Wiggins shut his ass down. And in Game 6 at Boston, the Warriors won the championship at Boston. Tatum scored 13 points again. Another poor performance. Then the year before that, what was it, 2021? That's when he failed to win more than one game against the Nets without Jaylen Brown. Right? Remember that? Jaylen Brown was hurt that series. I think, yeah, Jaylen Brown didn't play in that series. The Celtics couldn't get but one game against the Nets. But yet, Giannis got roughly criticized for not being able to beat the Celtics without Chris Middleton. He took it to a 7th game and got criticized by Mark Jackson and all these other people because he couldn't get past that Celtic team, which was at its absolute peak of like perfection. Like, I won't say perfection, but peak of production under Udoka. But he got criticized. But did anybody criticize Tatum for only getting 1 game against the Nets? Nope. Then the bubble, when they were going against the Heat in the conference finals. Guess who shows up again short in the closeout game? Game 6, I think it was. Yep, old Tatum. And then in 2019, that's when Kyrie was still there. I can't remember who the hell they were playing. Who the hell was it they were playing? Oh man, was it the Raptors? Oh, I can't remember who the hell they were playing. But wait a minute. I can't remember who the hell they were playing. The Bucks. It was the Bucks. It was the Bucks because the Raptors beat the Bucks in the conference finals that year. But when they were playing the Bucks that year in the closeout game, not only was Tatum horrible, but he was horrible in that whole series. Horrible. But he gets all these passes. I'll go with the sprained ankle shit for this year. But if he do it again, man, people got to start calling this guy out, man. They got to start calling this dude out. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it, man. Shout out to Patrick Ewing because this guy played with multiple injuries throughout his career and didn't do any real complaining, man. Wrist injuries. Hey, I remember when he suffered a wrist injury. I think it was 97, 98 season. And he suffered a wrist injury so severe that his hand literally was detached from his wrist. Like the type of injury that he suffered, the doctor said they see those in car accidents. Like his hand literally was detached from his. It's almost like his. I hate to say decapitated, that's for your head, but his wrist was literally off of his fucking arm. It was the skin was still intact, but everything, the nerves, the bone, all that shit was detached. He had to have like an 8-hour surgery to reattach that entire fucking hand. And the doctors feared that he would have nerve damage. But it didn't happen. Did anybody cry a tear for Ewing? Nope. Multiple wrist injuries, broken fingers, fucked up knees, torn Achilles, all these other fucking injuries he suffered. But he just couldn't get it done. But they never use injury as an excuse for Pat Ewing. Sprained ankle. I mean, that's a serious injury, bro. It is. But, I mean, come on, man. It ain't like this is a one-time thing with Tatum, bro.